Today I want to talk about the Patriots are in on Justin Fields, and all that's coming up after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You gotta help me with that corner
What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always college football related, sports related. We have a good time. Today, I want to talk about the Patriots, who are apparently in on Justin Fields. That means Emperor Palpatine is taking a look at the mans. The mans is Justin Fields. I want to get into this. I really do. I want to sink my teeth into this because I think this is a lot of fun. Also, yes, I do ride with the suboptimal crew, okay? I'm out here, I'm not cracking Guinness because that's just nasty. That's just nasty. But we can certainly talk about cracking a boulevard. We can certainly talk about cracking one of those blue moons. Like, I'm a wheat fan. I'm that. Also, Coop Aleworks got a new Alpha Hive. My God, that's so good. Anyway, yes, been down with the Men in Blazers, the MIB, forever, really. I mean, shout out to Raj and Davo because, like, y'all made me a better soccer fan. And yes, 1-0 to the Arsenal. Yes, we ride with the goons here. We gooners. Yeah, Spurs fans. Yeah, that's right. You've been in love with a gooner. You've been on a Gooners channel, all right? We got Arsenal up out the paint after too damn long, and I started riding with them with the Invincibles because I was up late at night in high school watching Fox Soccer Channel because they would have the Fan Zone, and the Fan Zone is my jam because the Fan Zone is this. Like, the Fan Zone is straight up just getting into it and talking noise about the fans that across the way, about that team across the way, and about your own squad, right? Because nobody's down on our squads like we down on our squads. But I want to be talking about the dude that I'm up on, right? You know that I'm on the Justin Fields bandwagon. You know that I'm up front. I got the reins in my hand. I'm like, yeah, ha! Yeah, let's go, but I'm going to take my, what is it? Yeah, Take my horse to the old town road. I'm going ride until I can't no more. Yeah, that's where I'm at on the Justin Fields bandwagon, right? We got Boomer and Sooner. No, we don't. We got Horse and Clyde. You get it. You get it. Forget Westerns, man. I'm so black about this. Anyway, let's talk about Justin Fields and the New England Patriots because earlier this week, on a recent episode of NFL Network's Move the Sticks podcast, everybody's favorite analyst when it comes to the NFL and the NFL draft, really, Bucky Brooks and Daniel Jeremiah got on and said that the Patriots were doing their due diligence. And this quote comes from Daniel Jeremiah, who before the season last summer had Trey Lance with a higher grade than Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence, right? That's on tape. He said, I keep an eye on somebody like Trey Lance or Justin Fields. Those are two that would make sense for them to target. Hear a lot of rumors out there that they are really high on Justin Fields out of Ohio State. So they'd have to trade up quite a ways to get Justin Fields. At worst, Fields is mocked as the third best quarterback in the NFL draft, mocked by me as the best quarterback available in the NFL draft, seeing as the Jacksonville Jaguars have all but inked Trevor Lawrence to, the number one pick and a $30 million contract with something like $24 million guaranteed, or is it? It's like 30 and 34. It's like 24 and 30. You're going to take a look at Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, and then there's, I think, a noticeable cutoff where you get into Mac Jones, Kyle Trask, and perhaps even Kellen Mond if you are willing to gamble on that. I am not. I watched every bit, right, of this last season, and I've been going through tape of Texas A&M and Kellen Mond, and I just don't see what y'all see. I just don't, right? And then when you take into account how poorly the first quarterback selected in the last 10 years has performed, I mean, we're talking about dudes like E.J. Manuel and Blake Bortles. There's no real good in being the dude with the first one off the board unless you got Cam Newton, because you can still luck into Russell Wilson and Dak Prescott in the fourth round, right? Now, Cincinnati tried to do that with Ryan Finley, so you get how that goes. But when you take a look at the Patriots depth chart, you could also see why they would be in on a guy like Fields after inking Cam Newton to another contract, right? So what I found interesting about that was 100% that they're going with what looks like 12 personnel as their base package, which is a lot of fun because Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith are two of the best tight ends in the entire league, and they signed them both. And then you talk about getting James White, Sony Michel, guys that can catch the ball out of the backfield, and then a running quarterback off of all of that, and you could really do some stuff. Now, they need N'Keal Harry, Gunnar Olszewski, Kendrick Bourne, and Isaiah Zuber, Kansas State stand-up, to really be about it this year. Maybe even go get another wide receiver either in free agency or in the draft to really make them something like a threat offensively. But I found it interesting that most teams are having their success in 12 personnel because it forces the defense to show you how they are going to try to cover you, whether they're going to use a nickel set or a conventional 3-4 or 4-3 base, or even a dime set to try to combat you. Basically, you're forcing them to show your hand, and then you can make those pre-snap reads. And if you got a guy like Justin Fields or Cam Newton, who I think, there's some comps there. Both of those dudes are really good with the ball running, but Justin Fields is faster, and we'll get to see that for real on March 30th at his pro day. But he ran 4.4. My God. In the 40-yard dash, posted that to his social media, which would make him so much faster than Cam Newton. Now, Cam Newton's also 6'5", 250, right? And the man falls forward for 3 yards. But I feel like sometimes we talk about Cam in the wrong way as a battering ram as opposed to a quarterback. And one of the reasons that Justin Fields went to Ohio State was to be a quarterback and not to be used like a battering ram or an athlete with the ball in his hands like he was at Georgia. I don't think Bill Belichick is anywhere near that stupid. He's got six Super Bowl rings. And I don't think that he's in a position right now where he wants to rebuild a club. He's older. Like, he and Nick Saban are about the same age, dog. Like, how much longer can you expect him to do this? Now, if he goes and he gets a quarterback that is Justin Fields or Trey Lance, you understand, right? That's following what he was doing with Cam Newton, and he's figured out with Josh Daniels. I would much rather have a guy that could be out there running around a little bit and make the defense account for that than have Jared friggin' Stidham. And let me check the notes on this dude. Jake Dolagala out of Central Connecticut. Yeah, you gonna get cut. But like Damian Harris, Sony Michel, I guess James White isn't there anymore, Brandon Bolden, and then J.J. Taylor. I love J.J. Taylor at Arizona. I mean, I'm all for the short dudes to get it done, but that's also me. And we probably need to mention that Nelson Aguilar was signed to a stupidly large contract. I don't know what that's going to actually – I don't think that's going to pay out. Like, the guaranteed money they're giving this man, along with Kendrick Bourne, those are your two top receivers. Yeah, you need to go get somebody. I don't see how that's going to work out for you. But if the Patriots were willing to trade up to go get Justin Fields, I would be here for it. So here for it. Although I believe the natural fit is Atlanta, though I'm not sure that Arthur Smith is the guy to get the most out of Justin Fields, though he got a bunch out of Ryan Tannehill, so we'll see. All right, that is it for me. Doses.